Where am I? Are we inside of water? Above the rocks? What is that servant holding in its hand? It has been a while since we've been in prison. Addy? Huh? Oh! It seems you awake, sleepyhead. Master. Says, how's your conscience feeling? Anything uncomfortable, you let me know right away. I'm good. Where is this place? Don't be surprised. Yeah, don't be surprised, Chamasu. This is that famous other fishes and other gillies starts dancing. It's Ryugujo-da. So if you guys don't know what Ryugujo is, right? Ryugujo is Dragon Palace. And if you don't know what a Dragon Palace is, it's called Ryugyu and Jo is castle. So it's a Dragon Palace castle where technically a supernatural undersea palace of Ryujin, or aka Dragon God, resided in the Japanese tradition. It's best known as Urashima Taro. So we've got Urashima Taro, right, as a story. Then we got ourselves the 7月7日Otohime to Hikoboshi, which is the stars. So we got the sea, the stars, and now we need to figure out the land. I wonder what the land story is, which could explain the Aboriginal guy side of things. It's also called the Fish Scale Palace, equated to, which is the sea god Watatsumi's palace mentioned in 8th century ago. FGO is about to mix this place up. And the reason why this is very important, because Dragon Palace resides Dragon King. Dragon King is dad of King Toki, right? If you guys don't know, the son of Dragon King is the Berserker King Toki, which is a very important thing later on. And if we find a specific item in this palace chat, like I said, it will lead us to Seimei, because it will lead us to a certain god, which would lead us to a certain teaching, which would lead us to him. Let's see, was Summer Kiara also related to this legend? She was related as a mermaid, right? She was a mermaid. The reason why this looks familiar is because you did see it during her Valentine's Day, because they're using the same aspect. At the same time, she is yeah, she's a mermaid, so she kind of talks about seas and mermaid things. But Yao Bikuni is completely different from yeah, Yao Bikuni is different from all of this. She has to do something with the sea, but Yao Bikuni is a horror tale where essentially the family, yeah, a man chopped up a fucking fish of mermaid, which is, you know, human fish. A man chopped up flesh of human. Everybody and their mom was told not to eat it, but one young beauty accidentally ate it and granted eternal life. And it was just kind of a sad story of Japan where this beautiful girl just kind of low key was forever beautiful, so everybody and their mom thought she was a monster. It says, yeah, remember, we're in the Dragon Palace's jail cell. Of course, this is this has to be a Dragon Palace made from the Holy Grail. In the seashore side of Nagasaki and the deep sea like this, existence of this place could not be possible. But sorry, Musta, Even though I was with you, it seems that we got caught by our enemies so easily. It says that monster, that gigantic turtle's ability was very unknown. However, because we got inflicted with an unknown affection to a certain circumstances, we were rendered powerless completely. That thing is going to be a very annoying to deal with. It says if it lives out in the sea, we have no way to handle this. Yeah, we have no way to take care of that without surrender. On top of that, it is an unknown interference attack. We definitely need to come up with a countermeasure as best and fast as we can. It's just no wonder with that thing around a minute singularity occurrence will occur. And with that, even foreigner boats can't even go outside. It says there was no exports, only there were exports but no there were exports but no imports whatsoever because we're completely in an isolation status, locked down hard. It says I bet the Orlando people, right? The people of the Orlando who resided in this near the port never thought they could never leave and had to open up shop in Dejima of all places. Yes, that's right. It's that Mr. Turtle. Yes, Mr. Turtle's the problem. It says as a customer, even with a former fisherman, they specifically said since they can't sail out on the sea with our boats, everything started to tax up in prices like ridiculously. It's as of course, after all, that stupid turtle's there. As long as that stupid turtle exists, fishes will run away in fear. I wonder what kind of thing ate in order to become that stupidly big. Why are you two here? What? That should be our question. Hmm. Seems from the situation, seems you guys are caught in this mess because they think they think you are our ally. Well, must be fate or coincidence or whatever. Can't be helped, right? Let's work together. Yeah, you're also people not from this era. Why don't we just, yeah, it'll be more convenient for us to work together, you see. What do you think? And besides, I gotta ask the simple question. What on earth were you selling dumplings anyway? Well, you see, until so recently, I went to normal school and I was on a part-time job. That's what I felt before, but next thing we know, we were at Dejima, you see. I thought we just... Dots. Ugh. Um, oh, they thought they died? They're not gonna say that. Yeah, it says, I have no clue what you're talking about, yes. Masta and Nagiko, I've got questions, you alright? What do you think of this? Well, what do you mean? It's almost like it's very interesting. It is interesting to note, by the way. Elemeloid 2 specifically calling Nagiko Nagiko and not Sei Shogun. That's kind of throwing me off vibes because Elemeloid don't want to project and don't want to don't want to call any other people by their name. But do not want to call their names by their they he wants to call everybody in their proper names on purpose because he is afraid that projection magic or a harmonization magic will comes into place. You know how Waver always yells at his student, right? Like, don't call me London Star, don't call me the great fucking teacher, yada yada yada, because even though it's not going to affect him personally, it's going to affect his shadow, which is going to reflect his representation, which in turn technically will affect him. It's a simple curse. He specifically categorized it as a harmonic curse, where even though you're whether it's belittling a shadow or praising a shadow, whatever the shadow is attached to will still get influenced by it. Right? It's a very cool concept of magic of affecting the shadow can sometimes affect the real thing, and FGO plays a very significant role to this concept of magic. But anywho, yeah, someone like that, specifically for Elemeloid 2 to speak out and say, hey, you're not Seishogun, you're Nagiko, makes a big leap and bound that Elemeloid is not acknowledging her as Seishogun. What do you think? What do you mean, what do you think? Yeah, you sounded like which type is your favorite type kind of topic here. You gotta talk to this, you know? There's no time for us to be middling around having a middle school conversation of which girl looks better or cute, you know? It's not time for that. I'll let Linus, yeah. I'll tattletale Linus Shisho on you if you're messing around. You guys are idiots. You really guys are fucking idiots. You guys gotta understand this, okay? Think about it properly. If they are a modern people, and that modern era is gone. Ah, 当然不可抗力によって時間を飛び越えることも不可能だ。起点起点となる時代がそもそも存在しないわけだからな。だったら今ここにいる彼女と一体何者だ。So essentially, Elamiloid is suspecting that these guys aren't humans; they're servants. Right? It specifically says they're modern people, but our modern, quote unquote, current timeline is kind of diminished, right? Destroyed, gone, kaput. Meaning, simultaneously, it's impossible to fly through time without their, with being powerless. Like Waver saying, unless they are specifically something or has been done something, it's impossible for them to be in this location right here, right now. After all, the origin point and the era that they should be returning to after all this now doesn't exist. So in that case, the girls that are currently here, who are they? Meaning that, are you saying that these guys are servants summoned by the Grail? I think that's natural to come to that conclusion. It says, no, 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 that's impossible. If that's the case, we would figure it out by now, no? It doesn't seem like they know knowledge from the Holy Grail whatsoever, or they don't even know how to stand on their own. I don't even feel their magical energy whatsoever. They're bumpy. They're just party people. Well, you're right about that, but that's why they're alter ego. They can swap personalities, which swaps their essence, like Shitonai to an extent. And the essence they gathered are the multiple goddesses, I bet. And they can swap that to change magical amount and attributes. It could definitely be a trap set up by them or someone entirely. I think we should be very worried about those two, at least at a minimal level. A trap, huh? Hey, are you sure about that? It's just a realm within the possibilities, okay? What do you think, Masta? What is your plan? I think we can trust those two. I see. How can you come to that conclusion so easily? It says, yeah, look at those atmosphere of these two. Look at them. I know yeah, I know those two's atmosphere the most. I see. If it's a country of peace that you've all been lived in, so you can feel, yeah, you can feel the atmospheric air of there's no reason to steal from one another or someone, huh? It says, I suppose that concept itself, you lived by it. Yeah, you all lived by it in those eras. And yeah, hold it close to your heart. I got it. I suppose the answer suffices for now. Um, Figuring things out and not figuring things out happens in singularities all the time. Well, with that said, we still got to figure out how do we get out of here in the first place, right? Welcome back, everybody. Have you all finished your little conversation? Yeah, we're finished. We're finished. Sorry. Thanks for keeping a distance. We're back to it now. Now, the contents of the topic was just not that fun. Let's just think of it as a adult's little whisper secrets. Wait, what? What do you mean, adults? You're no different from us in age, right? It says, I haven't heard from you guys whatsoever. What kind of people are you? It says, oh my goodness. Yeah, shady talks on the corner. That's yeah. You guys are yeah. You guys are quite shady. I bet you guys were hiding in the corner talking about which girl's your type and preference to talk to. I bet. Middle school conversation level, am I right? Yeah, you guys are despicable. You guys are the worst. Males are the worst. No. What? Yeah, we never and specifically didn't even talk about that in the first place. Wait, hold up. Who is the one speaking right now? Oh yeah. It happened during that shark time, too. It's the Magatama. It says, yeah, what do you mean? You definitely look and act like a shark, not an alligator. Just because we ate 3 meals worth of, yeah, 3 dumplings, right? 3 meal dumplings worth, you're slavering us to the bones. Yeah, our limit has reached beyond comprehension. Just kind of TLDRing it. It says, even though you're such a cutie for the eyes, you got a funky voice coming out of you. It kind of got me strange vibe going on. Well, about that, we're in a current predicament. If you have any information you could share with us, please. If you're there, can you show yourself? Or is there some situation that you can't yeah, you cannot let us see. Dots. I guess I can't help it, huh? Now that you figured me out. Turia! Is it a phone? It's a fucking phone. It's here, boys. Flowey's here. Ah! Something came out of nowhere! Huh? Wait, what the hell? It's moving on its own! Wait, it's flying now! I thought I had the perfect generated. Yeah, I thought I had the perfect generated voice to mimic her all the way through, but it seems this Mr. Smartphone's greatest mistake. I suppose now that you know my secret, I have to self-destruct. Wait, were you trying to imitate her voice? No, you were nowhere close at all. Not even a single time. I'm so surprised. Yeah, I'm more surprised the fact that you try to generate a similar voice to me and you thought that was the closest you can get. Hey, you don't have to insult me that badly. Who do you think you? Yeah, who do you think is the person responsible for taking you away from those harsh responsibilities? It's all your fault. What do you mean? Nuts. Um, sorry. Is that perhaps a mystic code of some kind? Very fascinating. Isn't it like it's an object that has consciousness, talk on its own? Perhaps it can change itself into a weapon. So he's talking about ad, right? Because it's a box that has its own conscious. It speaks on its own, and it can transformation. It can transform to a weapon. It's ad, right? He's wondering if he found a friend for ad. Yes, it's Mr. Smartphone. Oh, the answer should not have been yes. Hi, Janaiga. Um, well, when we woke up in this era, it was kind of just there. Oh, he's 100% Flowey. Motherfucker is a Flowey. As you can see, it's on its yeah, it's always on its high horses. It's always on its high horses. It can't do anything useful, and it always caused nothing but trouble. So I kept I kept it hidden. I can't believe a second one came out. What? Eh? Excuse me? Did you just say a second one came out? There was a first? It says maybe it's just our lack of knowledge. And these things pop up everywhere and anywhere, perhaps. Because it's smaho, because it's smartphone. Because in the quote unquote back then, it was a cell phone. Hey, don't compare me to the old model of cell phone kun. He and I are it and I are completely different beings. Now the era is smartphone. It's my era. Yeah, it's my time. It's my yeah, it's my era. It's my time to shine. It's springtime. Yes. Uh, what the fuck? If you understand how great I am, make sure you praise me more. Are you hearing me out, you gara pagosu? Your head decoration head ass. Monster broccoli person. Super gorilla strength. And, and, Rah! Oh! My LED screen! Fucking Pepega. It says, okay. I figured out most of what's going on. Can you guys knock off with your little charades now? Uh, oh my god! The smartphone just flew miles away from us! And she just kicked it! She put a strike on that phone! And it hit the yeah, and it hit the wall. Um, is that really truly a smartphone? Um, so sorry about that, everyone. Those two are always kind of like this, and oh, what are these people? So it seems your girl